Well, hello, Sagittarius. This is Don with Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Welcome back. And this is your weekly reading for the week of March 7th through the 13th. Hope all is well with you. This is a general reading, so it is for the collective as a whole. Take what resonates with you, leave the rest behind. Additionally, there's scammers out there. If you have not requested something from me, then do not expect to receive something from me. In other words, if somebody sends you something saying to pay for a reading or to try to encourage you to do a reading, it wasn't me, because I don't solicit readings that way. When people want to do a reading with me, they contact me, then I respond back. So again, if you haven't reached out to me already, then if you receive something from me, it's not from me. Ignore it, delete it, or report it, or all the above. With that said, let's get rolling. This is the second week of March already. Can you imagine? Holy moly, the year is already flying by. And I thought the last one kind of drug on until the very end, and then it kind of flew through. But this one's flying from the beginning. The first card out is the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords. The next card is the Tower card, The third card is the Seven of Swords. And the fourth card is the Queen of Wands. Underneath that card, underneath the second row, underneath the first row, is King of Cups, followed quickly by a Seven of Pentacles. Then we have the Ace of Cups. And the final card drawn is the Hierophant card. Interesting. Now, the overall energy for the reading itself is on the bottom of the deck, and that's a Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands. So there's something coming to a cycle is closing itself, and the cycle is closing itself at work. Maybe there was a busy, crazy time or something like this. The one thing that I see here is that the energy for you this week is that Nine of Swords. So considering that you're coming to an end of a cycle, it seems like you've been going through a lot recently, a lot of issues, a lot of things jumping up and biting you, a lot of things causing you frustration and irritation. And it looks as though that change is coming. That's the Tower card. So again, whatever's been driving you crazy, whatever's been irritating you, whatever's been pushing you, that's coming to an end. The change is coming. And the good part is the change is coming even without you having to make change, even without you having to step up to the plate. Change is coming, and you're going to benefit from that change, which is interesting. The next card is that Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Anytime you see the Seven of Swords, that Seven of Swords is telling you that there's somebody who is behind the scenes, somebody whom you may trust or you may not trust, somebody who you know, though, somebody who you could work with, somebody who is in your environment, who is backbiting, who is stabbing you in the back. They're probably talking very positively about you in front of your face, but behind you, they're stabbing away. Now, this could be in a work environment. This could be in a societal environment. It could be in different ways. But the point is there's somebody who's working against your best interest. Now, theoretically, this could also mean that somebody is spreading information not knowing that it's false. But generally speaking, that's not the case. And the way this is set up and the way the change is coming is that, and what happens is you've been going through a lot recently. You've been dealing with a lot of issues. You're working through a lot of things. The change comes because the change comes and it highlights the person who has been working behind the scenes against you, but you didn't know it, or you knew it, but you weren't sure of it. Or they, again, they're going to be exposed. This week is the exposure of those people, and it's not going to go well for them. It's going to go well for you, though. We have the Queen of Wands here. I love that Queen of Wands next, because she's that patient card. You've been patient with this person. You've been patient around this person as they've kind of played their little games. But you suspected it. You've been patient, and stay patient, because again, the system is going to take care of this person. You don't have to be involved. You don't have to do anything. The interesting thing is when you look at what you've been going through. This is the King of Cups. And so the King of Cups is like, don't worry, happiness is coming. Happiness is coming. You're getting through this. You're getting through all this frustration. So just stay positive, stay true to yourself, be strong, because again, happiness is right around the corner after, again, you experience that change. Now, again, when you throw that in with the Ten of Wands, that means change is coming, and it's probably in a work environment. Again, even though it wasn't clear here, considering we're talking the work environment and the closure of a cycle, it seems like all this extra stress, all this extra hassle, all of this grief and this backbiter is all at work. It's a work environment situation. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is interesting because, again, be careful, stay focused. This is a time where if you are not careful, you will lose focus. You will be distracted by a number of things, and those things are not going to be healthful to you or helpful to you. And I do say healthful, but also helpful. So again, stay focused. This is that warning card. Stay focused because change is coming. And as change happens, focus on what's happening with the change. Make sure you're aware of all that's happening and all the potential that could come with that change. Because a lot of times, remember, with change comes good things. We tend to forget that. Now, again, when you get the Tower, you're getting change, you're getting that 10, you need an ace because you're bringing something to a closure. Something else has to come to a start. And here's the Ace of Cups again. So a happy time. Again, you're leaving a frustrating, irritating, a very heavy cycle, and you're moving into a happier time. And again, this is that King as well. Again, that happy time. Happy, happy, happy. I'm liking that. The other card then that follows that is that Hierophant. And again, this is the structured environment. This is the institutional environment. So again, this is work. We're talking about work. So again, work is going to turn around. You're going to start feeling comfortable working. You're going to start feeling good working. And things are the wheels, the wheels are getting greased, and things are moving cleaner now. And again, you're finding out who's working with you and who's working against you. And once all that gets put to bed, it's going to make you feel much more comfortable and much more relaxed. And things are going to get back to an even keel. So keep that in mind. Let's see if we can get some clarifiers here. The person who is a backbiter here is probably a gentleman, and he is he's somebody who's dealing with finances, with money, with budgets. That's who is probably somebody working against your best interest there. But don't worry, again, this is the news that makes you understand what's happening here, and that person's now going to be on your radar, and you're like, okay, I'm watching you now. You know, yep, that person's caused some grief already, but again, you're watching it, and the World card is here. Is like, guess what? You're stronger than they. You're more important than they, and so just stick with it. It's going to turn out to your advantage in the end. Again, there's the finance, the purse strings. For them, it's all about money, and they're not wanting to spend even when they need to spend. There's a time to spend. There's a need to spend. This is the time to do it, but they're spending the money. They're pinching a penny. They're penny poor. They're dollar rich and penny poor. They just won't spend the pennies, and it's going to cost them dollars. And they're going to figure it out because the change is going to force them. Again, that changes that Tower card. That Tower card is going to kind of expose them. Don't worry, you're going to get through this. This is that Perseverance card. This is that Six of Swords. And with the Six of Swords, you're on the way of getting through again. The change is coming. We've talked about the change here, which is nice. And we've talked about how things are progressing forward. So again, this new happiness, this new energy. Again, pierce your pen. This should play itself out through before the weekend. So by the weekend, this should all be put to rest. Yeah, interesting. With Ace of Cups, again, happiness, new happiness coming, new happiness. So we have cups. Isn't that great? And again, they're both, sorry, I gave the wrong card here. There we go. They're both the Ace of Cups. Again, the outcome, Ace of Cups. So all I can say is this week is going to be trying. It's going to start off rough. It's going to be crazy, hectic. There's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of things. There's change coming. Something's going to happen and change. It could be a new person entering the work environment, a new employee. It could be the change of a position of somebody moving on, somebody adjusting their positions. But ultimately, it's going to schedule. It's going to smooth itself out, and it will pay off in the end. So just hang in there, be patient, work with it. This is for the best, and you will come out very much happier than you started the week, I assure you. With that, Sagittarius, I'm going to let you go. While I'm letting you go, though, and while you're happy, hit that like button down below if you could. That'd be great. Hit the like button there if you're on YouTube, and also even on Facebook. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube along with that little bell icon, and you'll get notices every time we go live online, which is on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central Time, Mountain Time, and 8 a.m. Mountain Time. And it also reminds you when we post our weekly updates and those kind of things, our weekly readings. So again, just to keep you in the loop.